Well, I had so much fun doing an unboxing video for Cthulhu Wars that I decided to do a reboxing video. Now, I don't think I've ever seen a reboxing video, but it became apparent that once I opened this packaging up, it was going to be difficult to fit it all back in because of one of the more unspoken beautiful pieces here, which is this heavy plastic insert that holds all the elder gods. So, and you want to protect these guys. But this thing is huge and takes up a lot of space. Originally, the minions and monsters fit in the space underneath here, and it was a very tight fit, especially in the original bags. And there's been a number of people saying on BoardGame Geek, how do you get them back into the box? How do you? And a lot of people are just saying, well, I just packaged all the smaller figures up in another box and I keep it with it. But then a guy named Neil Christiansen wrote a couple lines about how he put it back in. It wasn't really easy to interpret, but I thought if a video might make it easier for people to understand. So the key is once you have the old ones back in the insert, you take the bottom of the box, not the top, but the bottom of the box, and set it over so they're upside down when you then lift up from the bottom. Now I've got my hand in here holding this into the bottom, and now I've got them upside down. There's a lot of space here now, and so I can go ahead and take all of the individual components. This is the cloth bag with the elder signs, and we've got the gates, so I'm going to set the gates in. And now I packaged each of the individual factions in larger Ziploc bags, and I left them a lot of space so you can kind of move them about when you go to put them into the box. So again, these are fitting in nicely around the edges. I also have the spell books in with the factions. It makes it easier to set up the next time too. Now the Crawling Chaos has the largest number of largest figures in the group, so you want to save a relatively larger space for them. So now this is all sitting in there, and it's still about an inch space between the top of the insert and the top edge of the box. So now I'm going to put the cards in there too. So now the problem is that a lot of the paper that's used in this is pretty light, pretty flimsy, and they're already getting bent up. So I didn't want to just have it in there with these things moving around. So what I did was I took one of the punch remainders from the punch pieces and set that down on top of this. And then there was a piece of white cardboard that came with it as well, and so that can go right on top of there. Now these can set in fairly neatly and smoothly in the box, and even with that, I've got still amazing. I've got about another 1/4 inch space between these components and the top of the box. So when I close this all up, it's not pressing against the lid at all. Everything fits in there just perfect. So again, thanks Neil for the idea. This has been a fun reboxing video, and if you haven't checked it already, you might enjoy the unboxing video I did a couple days ago. So that's all for now.